Hello and welcome, my name is Ihura and this is my Let's Play series of Europa Universalis 4, where we're playing as England. Now in the last video I used quite a bit of time selecting our new idea group, our first idea group, which is going to be offensive ideas. So we're going to focus on improving our military, using most of our military points here. We don't want to fall too far behind in military technology though, so especially since we're starting to get better units. So we might want to look at that. I do kind of want these, at least this manpower modifier before I get before I invest in technology. So I think the first 800 points of military power will go here, which will also probably give us a nice neighbor bonus on standardized pikes here. But I don't know. Last time we kind of said that we were going to help our good friends down in Portugal fight Fes, but I don't really see the war anywhere. Strange. Well, that's gonna save us some money. Strange. We also lost a lot of stability, and first priority for our military point is definitely getting that at least to 0. We do have an artist to help out, but being at negative stability is really bad, so that's definitely a priority, just for the money, but also because we don't want to get into nasty revolts all the time. We can use our time on better things. Still really don't have much of a chance down here with the Pope. Let's see if we can get a bit of better ration here. That gives the papal influence based on a lot of things, like your base income, and if you're in peace, or your overextension, religious unity and stuff like that. But it's also based on your relation to the papal state. So that's kind of an easy way to get a bit of extra points. We also still don't have a mission, but none of these missions are really... We aren't really able to do any of these right now, so... Why do I have these up here? Oh, maybe they're just... they're repairing. But they can repair in Scotland. Stupid bugs. That's really I think that's a bug. When you use this auto patrol train zones, it will also automatically go into your harbors and repair. So we have to actually set it up a bit. But I've seen a lot of times, especially in my first game at Portugal, that they sometimes go into ports where they can't repair. You need to pay for basing rights. It's not enough to simply have military access. You also have to pay for fleet basing rights in order to repair in other people's. Maybe we can prepare that though, because they are vassals. Let's try it out, just for fun. We gotta learn something every day, right? Oh yeah. We also got the ability to build these marketplaces and docks. Maybe we should get just a little bit more manpower also. Manpower is always nice. And later on we're gonna use all our money on improving our tax base, so we might as well build some to start with. No, see, they can't repair in any other port, so let's get them back. How much would you actually have to pay for placing rights? 1.2. I bet that's less than we actually get from trade. Yeah, definitely. So that's not good. Why is Norway sending it upstream? That seems strange. At least they should be sending it this way, so they can take some of it. See here, we got some rebels. Oh, and our king died too, so we are at -3 stability now. That's really, really, really bad. Let's bump up our maintenance so we can deal with those rebels. At least we got a bit of a better. This Regency Council, it really isn't that bad though. We get a lot of extra points. We can't declare wars, but these points are really gonna help out. Unfortunately, the military skill is the least. I need that. But having extra military power means we won't fall that far behind with our technology because of our ideas, so that's gonna help out a bit. And when the Regency Council is actually better than my heir, that's kind of sad. So let's go take care of these rebels. Well, now we build up some morale. Hardy seamen, our traditional fisheries are providing excellent grounds for the recruitment of sailors for our fleet. This has filtered through into better leadership into our navy. Good to see 2 extra navy tradition. Thank you very much. Let's just replenish this army and then we'll kind of pull back on the. We don't really make any money now. Since we are at low stability, it really hurts our tax economy. See, this is down at 0.0, and boosting stability above 0 boosts the taxation. I'm actually not sure if being negative is worse than being at 0. No, it doesn't seem so. But it does hurt our trade power. And we can't really afford losing this legitimacy, so non-enforcement of ordinances. Monarchs ruled by issuing ordinances, but they were almost powerless to enforce them. Enforcement depends upon the local powers, nobles or city governments, that would not always be as vigilant as the monarchs would desire. We would either let them handle it and get 10 revolt risk in Ulster, or we could increase attempts and pay 30 administrative power. Let's just have the revolt. It's easier to deal with a revolt in one place than having to wait with the stability. Finally we can boost it. Still 200 points until we at 0. So that might be a while. And look at this, we have a lot of revolts. I'm gonna show you this. This is a nice addition. In the old game, you just kind of there was revolt risk, and there was really nothing you can do about it. But this is except you could still, of course, boost stability and such. But this is, I think, it's a nice addition. It really gives you an easy way to look at what can I do to get this better. You can boost stability, you can make cores, and you can take the culture, or you can also pay military power in order to temporarily lower revolt risk. That's a really nice feature. You don't want to just spam it though, because it gets kind of expensive in the long run, but sometimes you just get into a big heaping pile of shit and you just want an easy way to get out of it, and that's actually quite helpful. Let's send these guys out again. Get us some more money. It's actually not that much. Maybe we should just sell them down here. Most of the money we're getting from this node anyway is... Why? Look at this. You really gotta pay attention when you do this. I'm sending all of my money to Antwerp. That's really stupid. They need to go up to my trade power so I can collect the money. Wonder how much money I've lost by doing that. Oh, and one of my devices died. It's terrain that you don't always get a pop-up for that. Can we afford a level 2 guy? Yeah, maybe. He is only 3.54 more, and we'll get an extra diplomatic point. I think we'll take this guy. He'll help with trade as well. I think I'm gonna send these ships down down to this trade node, and I'm gonna pull my merchant into here just to kind of get that extra 10% boost, because we're really not moving that much, and I think my ships would make more of a difference down here. Oh, look at this. They automatically sail home and repair now. No, but they will. That's a nice addition in the old Europa Universalis, in the third edition. When you patrolled with your ships, sometimes they would, if you sailed them into a zone where they could to suffer attrition, they would just die off because they wouldn't sail into harbor normally. But like now they are repairing, and the same thing if you just make a normal patrol route. Just with this one, and you remember to include at least one port, then they will automatically stay in that port and repair if they are damaged. It's really nice. On the wind, the last jousting tournament. We can feel it in the wind. Soon our Christian elite will be nothing more than a dream remembered, and the chivalrous tradition dies out before the onslaughts of modernity. The world is changing, but for now, for one last time, let the Knights of England ride! Forward to glory. England gets the last jousting tournament until the 8th of June, and that's 10 years. We'll get extra morale, extra army tradition, extra prestige. We'll have to pay 30 administrative power and 50 ducats. Or we could lose 5 prestige. I think this is actually worth it, especially if we have to fight France during the next 10 years. This is a lot of morale, just the point 1, but having a lot of army tradition also gives morale, at least a tiny bit. So I think we'll let our knights get one last tournament. And our queen got old enough, and we have a new heir, a 333. Nice. Kind of average, but definitely better than what we've had this far. No new missions yet. I think there's a bug with this papal influence. It says that you can store up to 69.85, which is a year's worth, but even though I haven't paid for anything in at least a year, I'm still only at 59.75, and I've seen it in a lot of games that this sort of just it won't go all the way up to the limit. So that's probably some kind of bug in how they calculate the limit or something like that. Or maybe it's just throwing out the power 1 month too early or something like that. I don't know, but it's definitely weird. How are we doing with France down here? Still? Oh, I'm still in a coalition against France, and Scotland has joined. We need someone else to join though. How are France doing on military? $38,000. What is our force limit? Oh, we could go quite a bit higher with our army also. And we are making some good money. Maybe we should do that. How are we doing up in Scotland with relation? We're getting there. There's a cap on the improved relation function on your diplomats. You can only get up to plus 100. So once we get there, we'll kind of have to bribe him for the rest. We'll also lose that aggressive expansion penalty with 3 points a year. So we can get up to 175. So I think we only need one bribe, then we'll be high enough to annex. We need to be at 190 to start it. Oh, we haven't actually married them yet. Let's do that. That also gives a lot of... Oh, large revolt. Also, we are well aware that no one likes paying taxes. You should think that the people would have the sense to realize that glorious victories on the battlefield require a little more taxation. It seems we will have to explain it to them. And it seems we will have to explain it to them with our swords. So let's bump up the military, army maintenance for a bit. So, yeah, the royal marriage actually bumped it up quite a bit. So that actually means that that once our approved durations is at the top, and we've lost a bit more of this aggressive expansion, we can start to annex them, which would be nice. Okay, we got the lack of good maps and tools to create accurate maps would occasionally lead to overlapping claims of authority in border regions. These disputes were usually over very marginal areas, but could serve as a point of friction for when monarchs decided to press the issue. So we can either get a claim on Alencon, which is a French province here. Claims work sort of like it both give you a casus belli, and I also think it kind of gives you I don't know if we actually have any claims. It would be nice if we could just see it. France have a claim here. It gives casus belli, and I also think it gives some kind of discount in the war score when you go to war. So you have to pay less to diplomatic power to get the province. I'm not totally sure on that, but maybe we can check that out later if we have to go to war against France. We will get lower opinion in France, but they already hate us. Or we could settle the issue and lose one stability. I think this event, I think, is kind of harsh. Either you piss off your neighbor, and that's not. It's not only the minus 30 opinion. You'll also get a penalty for desiring provinces, which will piss them off even further. I had it a lot when I played down here in Portugal. I got a lot of claims in Castile, and you don't want to lose one stability just to make them happy. So I think maybe it should be something like losing a lot of prestige instead. I think losing stability is pretty harsh. But let's storm some rebels just to make us happy again. I really like a new mission. You probably noticed that every time I win a combat, it pauses the game. It's something you can decide yourself. Down in when you get these sort of pop-ups, there's a kind of a scroll down here. When you click that, you can choose how you want the message. You can get it as a pop-up window, you can get a pop-up and pause, you can get an icon on the map, you can get it displayed down here in the log, and you can get it shown on the map. There's a lot of different ways to see it. I like to get a pause whenever I win a combat because it makes it much easier to get your troops after them if you want to destroy the armies. It doesn't matter that much in EU4 since you usually can't catch an army that's low on morale because they get kind of a speed boost. But in the old EU3, it really helped out a lot with destroying the other players' armies. But I still think it's nice, especially if you're in a big war later on when you have colonized a big chunk over here, and you're for example, in a war with France, and they have provinces in America, and they have provinces over here, and you're fighting on both fronts. It's nice to just have a little time to react when you're done with combat. I think admirals are expressing concern that our focus on land is coming too much at the expense of the fleet. We can only say, what do they know? And we'll get a nice discount on military technology cost. Or we could we could do something about it actually. We could get cheaper ships. Am I gonna build any ships? I should. No, I can only build 3 more. Let's get some military technology. We're soon gonna be able to get this. Extra trade efficiency is really nice. And our advisor died. Even cheaper military. So now we have 10% discount for the guy, 10% for land focus, 10% for neighbors having it, and 5% for the university. I do want to get this one first though. At least this one. We might pick up this technology before we go on to this one, just because there's kind of a maximum on how big that neighboring bonus can get. I think the maximum is kind of 20 or something like that, but don't really want to wait that much. Oh, and we got enough points to buy this. There's not much of a neighbor bonus, but trade efficiency is really nice. Not only does it give our more gold into our coffers, but it also takes away from them, and that's not bad. And we also have enough to increase our stability. How are we doing on trade? Picking up almost 10 gold now. So we are earning a steady income. We lost our just lost our royal marriage, and already they are asking for it back. Maybe we got some pretty daughters or something like that. We're really popular. We also need to remember to core this. Oh yeah, you can see it here. We have a claim on Münster, which gives us a 25% discount on cores. So let's do that before we lose this claim. Oh, that's a while. But still, let's do it. Oh, and this is military technology, but I want to get at least the first point of our idea first. We can get that now. Yeah, I love these pop-ups when you can afford it. I would like one also for... No, maybe not for stability, because you're not always gonna want 3 of that, but... So let's get that. 1 extra shock for our leaders. This really helps out, especially in the early game where most of your power is from shock. So having an extra bonus on your leaders really helps out. Shock, that's really nice. And we can core this. So in 3 years we can say bye-bye to overextension. Oh, and another advisor died. Do we have any inflation? No. So let's just get this guy so we can get cheaper technology. I just love technology. But I think this video run quite fine enough. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.